Hello everyone and welcome back to another part of Let's Play Eador, Masters of the Broken World on Overlord difficulty. So after we finished our quests in the previous part, for this part, we just have to get rid of the last AI. As I said, I went all the way to the south of Camera. There was really nothing interesting, just some basic guards. Except this province, I had to fight secret agents here. That was probably Bella's strongest guard, so he had it everywhere, where there was a danger of, invasion or something, or when he needed to keep another AI under control. And I expect that secret agents will be in all these provinces around the capital of this local lord, so that's why he wasn't able to get out of his capital. Secret agents can be quite tough for some villains. Those thieves and assassins can be quite annoying. So yeah, it worked really well against this guy. But I also know the reason why Ballad wasn't able to capture this capital. If you look at the guard, this guy managed to find labyrinth guards, which means 6 minotaurs, and that's a pretty strong guard. It's one of the stronger guards, and minotaurs can do a lot of damage if before you kill them. So you have to be prepared really well for those guys. So yeah, this will be one of the tougher fights on the shard, but again, our spells will help a lot with that. So let's start the siege, kill the guard, then we'll have to kill some heroes. I'll check if you are prepared for that. Yeah, looks like everything's fine. And when we get rid of this local lord, this shard will be ours, and we'll get back to Astral. So let's start. 6 minotaurs. And let's have a look. Okay, I'll definitely use, where is it, Enslave Mind again here. Doesn't really matter where, let's say on this guy. Go back and I'll use a round attack on those two guys in front of me to do some damage. This guy will die in the next turn. There's no way how he would be able to survive with 40 hit points. But yeah, I did some damage, managed to kill one of them with one spell. That's really decent result with for one turn with one spell. Okay, let's heal up everyone because I will take some damage here, and I want to make sure I'm not gonna lose anything. And we can start. Okay, probably 2 more hits. One and one more. Okay, and I hope these two guys will block each other. Nope, didn't happen. Okay, so next. Sleep on this guy because he will block the path a bit. That's exactly what I need. I want to fight them one by one if possible, because if they can stack up around you and all start using their round attacks, uh, it's really dangerous, and it's very easy to lose a unit or two when that happens. You can see that the damage is pretty crazy. Um, Heal up, and well, I can survive one more hit, definitely. Um, so I'll leave that guy that is already close to me, and I'll use sleep on this one. Okay, next. Heal as much as possible. Now I'd really like to kill him. How can I do it? Who has Forced March? You don't have Forced March, you have Forced March. Which means this guy can get only on this tile and attack this guardsman. This one would be able to get all the way to this tile and use a round attack again. Um, so what if I do something like this? Okay, and sleep here, and now I have time to kill this guy before any of these three will wake up. Good. Even when you can take them one by one, you can see that the damage is really high. And it even happened to me once that very early in another campaign I played, it was maybe my second shard in the campaign. It was extremely early, maybe even the first shard. And I managed to find Minotaurs, and I had to get through them. I spent like 5 hours on the chart just grinding because I had just barbarians to get rid of this. Managed to do it in the end, but yeah, for a first chart in the campaign, which can usually be done in like 20 turns, that took really a bit longer than expected. But let's get back to this. Who's gonna be next? This guy. Okay, well, let's move to him as fast as possible. Six turns, okay, that should be more than enough time. And yeah, still have time. Good. So now I have 5 units around, but I'll still use web. I don't want to take the damage from counterattacks. And how long do we have here? 6 and 5. Okay, that's fine. Let's move. I may need a bit more time, so let's use one more sleep. Now move all these guys around again, and because I don't have web anymore, I'll just have to do this without. So I will have to heal the damage now. That's why I used the sleep on this guy. I want to have enough time to heal everyone. Okay, and now we can get rid of the last guy. Good. And sort of insanity, one of the best two-handed weapons. In the end, of course, for hero we don't have as all the time on this shard. We didn't get almost anything useful from items. Level ups. You'll get hit points. Order of the Defender. Well, why not? Uh, here. I think range defense, hit points. Restoration is really good for monks, and I'm usually trying to get one as soon as possible. Reason for that, it can remove poison, and that can often help a lot. So it's good to have at least one. And now we can clear the capital province. There will be some heroes, I think at least 2. So warrior first, a level 13 berserker. Well, that's not bad, but warrior, that's a good example of a hero that will have problems getting through secret agents. So even with level 13 warrior, which is not bad, he just wasn't able to break through the guard, and yeah, it would probably take quite a while before uh, this warrior would be able to get through all the poison. Okay, it shouldn't be a problem for us, so let's see. Oh, okay. Never underestimate anything in this game. Let's make it a bit easier with web. Resistance of 5. Well, it's not bad for a hero of this level, but as I already said, I like Enchanter's ability to go against basically any resistance and still have effective spells. So against our build, resistance of 5, that's like nothing. But against many other builds that would be enough, like mm, commander builds, scouts, that would be more than enough against usual crowd control. Okay, so warrior down, and decent level up. Let's go with survivability. You'll get resistance. Here it will be attack. And now wizard. Only 4 units, that will be probably low level. Yeah, low 0. Okay, so let's try to do this as fast as possible. Don't think there will be anything dangerous. I will probably have to heal a bit because it's magic damage and it's still quite effective. Come on. Okay, 2 more turns I would say. Or maybe 1. Yeah, he's dead. Good. More heroes? Or was this the last one? No, this was the last one. And we can begin the siege. How long is it gonna be? 3 turns. That's nice. Expected it'll take a bit longer after the experience in Bellet's capital. But yeah, as the strongest AI, Bellet had a lot of time to build all the buildings he had, to really a lot of money. So he probably had all the upgrades, so that increases the siege time significantly. So let's start the siege here. You can keep exploring, why not? And what do we have? Sandstorm. Yeah, well, whatever. Let's get some negative karma. Let's try them out. And let's go as evil as we can. Good. Next, I'll again wait until the siege is completely done, when there will be no defensive buildings. But this shouldn't take that long. What's this? Sawmill is in the flames again. Workers will escape themselves. There are lots of people, but only 1 sawmill. Yeah, that should be evil enough. Okay. Don't think I have to explore anymore, so I'll just end this as fast as possible. Keep sieging. Continue. Some rebellions, no problem. And this shouldn't really take long. What's this? Pestilence. Okay, let's sell corpses to necromancers. I think I'll have a lot of evil karma after this. Keep sieging. should be over any turn now. Yeah, here it is. So let's assault. I don't expect anything too difficult here. Just a few basic units. So everything will run forward. And another shard is ours. So that means we'll again have to pick the next target. And I'm really curious if there will be any decent neutral shard, or if we will go again after another master. Because to be honest, I would like to have a decent neutral shard, because I have a feeling that the only option otherwise would be Veanta, and yeah, I really don't feel like going after her still. You can probably understand how bad experience I have with her from how I talk about her. I really hate her. Um, Level ups doesn't really matter anymore. Okay, so excellent. And what do we have from this? Explorers Guild, Castle White Shield, Traveling Circus, Military Academy, Temple of War even. Wow. Hippodrome and Winery. Nothing super important here. These are more or less just end game buildings, maybe winery with the upgrade for mill. Uh, isn't that bad, but nothing that would be super important on any shard. You can finish any shard without buildings like this. But the benefits we have here, that's a lot more important. We have money, we have gems, and we have altar, which is one of the basic buildings, so we'll be able to bring that with us, so start will be even faster thanks to this, which is perfect. Let's have a look on our score. No rewards this time. Um, some penalty for time, but it's not that bad because 190 turns. Wow, that's really a lot. So I expected that the time penalty will be significantly higher. Um, and yeah, if you are interested in any stats, you can see it. You can pause the video. Okay, so let's get back to Astral, and I expect some talking because we managed to get some quests from the shard. Here we go. Boss, I'm glad you're back. While we were away, a strange projection emerged from the shard that you are planning to take. It resembles a manuscript, but I'm unable to make out what it is. Maybe you can do it. Let me see and examine the manuscript. Mysteriously, then the unintelligible symbols of the manuscript form the words in your mind. I left the last key for the humans to keep. Their blind, fanatical faith provides a stronger protection than a horde of bloodthirsty monsters. At this I consider my mission accomplished. The Wanderer. Then suddenly the symbols come to life, forming an elaborate circle that gradually transforms into a whole stream of visions from Eador's distant past. You see a multitude of shards floating in the great nothing. One moment two shards combine and you feel someone's power holding them together, and then you see the one who joined the shard, the first master, most likely one of the ancient gods. Gratefully, gradually new masters appear, waging a war for supremacy over the pieces of the firmament. The early uniform rotation of the shards around the sun is broken, new small worlds are being created and destroyed. Many past masters are being cast into chaos, among them both immortal creatures and the mortal emperors who had gained the power of the masters by performing special rituals. The face of Eador is constantly changing. The shards pass from one master to another. They are unified into worlds and fall apart again. Chaos spawns, the dark shadows lurk around the blazing boundaries of the underworld. Take every opportunity to drag any shards split off from the destroyed world into chaos. The battle for the shards lasts for a very long time. You start thinking if it will uh, you start thinking it will never end when can't even read. The vision fades and new symbols drawn by the Wanderer's hand appear. Ask Stanria about the key. Then the manuscript disappears, yet the vision remains forever etched in your memory. Okay, so that was for the Keys of Through quest. Hey boss, it disappeared. Did you manage to learn anything? Yes, it's crystal clear. So what did you learn, boss? Uh, yeah, let's say something about how the first masters appeared. Oh yes, I see. It's crystal clear indeed. Alright, boss. I won't get in your way. So that was Czar, and here we have another master, and that is Lashnar, Lord of Death, Master of the Grey Wastelands. Hmm. Glad to meet you. Aren't you funny? However, that is irrelevant. Irrelevant. All that matters is that you fulfill your destiny. And now, um, I will try to find a way out of this conversation as fast as possible, because when Lashnar is in the Astral, we will have the option to destroy everything living on our shard. There is an option in the dialogue where we will be able to uh, offer him a cooperation, and he will agree if we destroy everything living on our shard. The ritual will cost us 200 energy, and like that we will like join the evil side, and there will be no way back basically. So um, I'll have a question for you. Do you want me to do this or not? Once I do this, I don't know if there is a way in the future how to get out of it, but I don't think so. The decision seems pretty like definite to me. So, um, do we go really evil and just kill everything that's living on our shard and become just possibly the next Lord of the Undead? And replace Lashnar in the future, or do you want me to still keep more possibilities and avoid this option for now? I'll leave that up to you. Let me know in comments. So now when you know what options there will be, I will just get out of this as fast as possible. Um, okay, so that's one thing. I or I will leave to you to decide until next part if I should do it or not. But yeah, we don't have to do it yet. So if there won't be any decision until next part, it's not the end of the world. But what we have to decide for the next part, the second thing is what's gonna be the next target. And for that, let's check our shards. What we have here. Traders Guild, Journeyman Tanner, Sacred Monastery, Hand Crossbow, that's crap. Barbarian, oh, that's not that bad. Having a Barbarian available right from the start saves some money. But it's just a tiny shard, so I'm not really a big fan of these tiny and small shards. I don't have time to develop there everything, it's usually over in a few turns. So I think I would rather avoid this shard. And here we have a small shard, the Shadow Guild, Pharmacy, Monstrologist Guild. Oh, Monstrologist Guild, that's tempting. Because it allows to hire monster guards, and monster guards are really strong. It's one of the best guards in the game. So it wouldn't be a bad thing to get this. So again, a small shard. So probably only a couple of turns on the shard, which is not that super interesting. Together with that, we have some gold, some gems, even gem income, which isn't bad. And that's all. Or then we have Belet Veanta and Lashnar. Lashnar, I don't think we have to attack Lashnar for a while. In the end, I will probably kill him as well, but for now, if we go with the option to kill everything on our home world, uh, he should be a decent ally. So I try to keep him on in the Astral for a while, which leaves us with Belet and Veanta, and I really think that from these masters, Veanta is the only logical target, but I'd really rather avoid her still. But I leave that to you. If you want to see me fail horribly on Vianda's homeworld, okay, I will do it. I will go there. Other options, you know those. So let me know what you want as the next target. And this is probably all I wanted to say in this part, so now it's up to you, and I hope you will comment and join me again for the next part. Until then, have a good time, and bye bye!